Hey guys, this is Tony here. And today, guys, I'm going to be doing a review on a company called ACX. Now, when I do my reviews, I try to be objective. So I'll give you both the pros and both the cons of ACX. So that way, if you decide to, get involved with the company, you'll be able to make a really good, intelligent decision. Now, guys, I create these type of reviews all the time. So you may want to consider subscribing to my channel if you like. That way, each and every time I create content like this, you will be one of the first persons to get notified. Now, guys, if you're also looking for a way to make a full-time income working from home, I've also created a free training site that you have access to. Simply, all you have to do is just go down into the description area. I have dropped a link there. Click on that link and enter your best email address. Once you do that, I will send you out my free training. So with that said, guys, let's talk about ACX. What exactly is it? And can you make money on ACX? So ACX is simply a platform that's put together so you can bring together folks like authors, narrators, publisher, all in one place. And what these guys typically are doing is they're creating an audiobook and they're publishing it on Audible, right? And so how it works essentially is, you probably want to know, okay, that sounds good. Can I make money? How does it work? Well, is it legit? Yes. I'll break each one of those steps down a little bit, how you make your money. Is it legit? So let's just talk about the legitimacy of the company. So to answer that question, ACX is a very legitimate company. It's been around since 2011. And they've paid out millions, and I mean millions of dollars in commission to folks who are, interested in taking on these types of projects. So, to answer your question again, is it legit? Yes, it's extremely legitimate. Now, with that said, I want to talk to you a little bit more specifically about how do you get paid? How do I get the money? All right, so let's talk about that. So essentially, there's two ways. There's two ways that I'm going to talk about today. Two ways that you can get paid. One, you can get paid a flat fee. That means you get a flat commission. Or a flat rate, put it like that, based on the project that you negotiate. And that rate can range. It can range anywhere between $200. It can go up to, $400 or $500. It just depends on, what you negotiate. All right. But let's just say on the low end, let's say it's $200. That sounds like a lot, right? You think, wow, $200 an hour. If I work 8 hours, I'm gonna make some good money. Well, that does sound good, but here's the drawback. And I'll just be real transparent with you. It typically takes about 8 hours to complete a project. So, yes, you would make $200 an hour, but in actuality, if it's going to take you 8 hours to finish a project, then you're really only going to make about $200 that day. And that still sounds really good if in the fact that you make $200 every single day. Let's say for 5 days, that sounds pretty good. That's like a $50,000 earning. But I'm going to stick with me to the end. I'm going to explain to you how that's not exactly the case. All right, so just hang around. The other way that you can get paid is by royalties. So you basically are splitting your commission. Bottom line, you're just splitting your commission, right? Typically, you get about 40% of the entire project. And that usually is for 7 years, right? Now, that also has pros and cons. So if you created, let's say, an Audible and it sells like crazy, right? Then you're going to make a ton of money, right? Because you're going to get 40% of the proceeds. And as long as that book is selling over Audible book is selling over the next 7 years, then you're still going to be getting that 40%. That's really good. However, the negative that you have to be kind of mindful of is, let's say you create a book, you spend a lot of time and a lot of hours into this project, and for whatever reason, it doesn't sell. This is the negative part. If it does not sell, then you make no money. So that's kind of the drawback. So in theory, it sounds good. And it could be good if you're, a great writer and you release some good content and they get picked up and you make a lot of sales, you will make a lot of money. But so that's just something to think about, guys. Now, So you might be wondering, okay, so how does it, how difficult is it to, you know, get, come on board with ACX? How hard is it to be a partner with them? So the answer to that question is very easy, extremely easy. Okay. ACX would typically pick up almost anybody who apply. So from a positive perspective, that's good for you because you ain't got to worry about getting picked up. They're going to sign. If you apply, they are going to bring you aboard. But here's the negative part about that. You're also going to be competing with millions of other folks who are also getting signed up with ACX. So what that does, that shrinks the pool. That means that you won't have as many projects. So you remember back when I was saying that you're going to get paid, let's say $200 a project, and hey, that sounds good if you're going to get work every day. Well, the problem is if you got millions of folks out there that's signing up with ACX, then that's going to shrink your pool. So as opposed to you getting, let's say, a job a day, you may only get a job a week or 2 jobs a week. Okay. So in theory, you think you're going to make all of this money, but in actuality, you may not make nearly as much as you think. So that's kind of one of the biggest drawbacks that I've seen. But overall, it is a legitimate company. You can do very well. And they pay out very well. So you don't have to worry about, okay, if I finish the project, am I going to have to chase my money? They don't play those games. It's a legitimate company. They've been around for, over a decade. They are going to pay you. Okay, you finish the project, you turn in your report, you will get paid. Now, that is a positive. Now, as I share with you, one of the negative is if you're in a situation where you're trying to build wealth, the negative is each and every time you complete a project, you get paid. Yes. The drawback is if it takes you 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 5 days before you can finish another project, then your money just kind of stops. When you finish that project, your money stops, and you may have to wait another 3, 4, 5 days before you have another project going and you get that complete. And that's very difficult because your income is up and down. You know what I'm saying? Your income is up and down. So that's my biggest drawback with this whole ACX thing, right? Now, with that said, if you are in a situation, obviously you're online because you really want to make a consistent amount of money and you probably want to do it from home. You probably want the flexibility where you can do things from home. I get that. There are many other ways that you can do it. ACX is one of the ways that you can do it, but their income fluctuate, okay? And if you're in a situation where you're really looking for a way to make a full-time income working from the comfort of your home, I've actually created a free training site that'll walk you through step by step exactly what you need to do to generate a full-time income working part-time hours. Now, here's the good thing about this particular system. Once you get it started, guys, your income is set up on a residual basis. That means that the projects that you completed last week, last month, you're going to be getting paid the following week and the following month. And if you're trying to build some type of income from home that's going to be lasting a long time, then you got to make sure it has some type of residual income. That means that money is coming in week after week after week. And that's what I'm going to show you in my free training. So I have actually created a link. It's in the description area. If you'd like to know a little bit more about it, you're more than welcome to go down and click on the link. Now, if you click on the link, I'm going to ask that you put in your very best email address. And if you do that, guys, I will actually send you out the free training so you can take a look at it for yourself. So with that said, guys, this is Tony again. That's the conclusion of my ACX review. I hope that I brought you some value. Hopefully it'll help you make a decision one way or the other. And again, if you have not already subscribed, do me a big favor. Go down to the bottom, subscribe to the channel. All right, that'll help me out a lot. And then if you like the information that I share with you, give me a thumbs up if it makes sense. Only if it makes sense. And if there's anything else that you'd like to share that you think would be positive, You know, if something that you're excited about, you know, go down to the comment section and drop a comment. So again, this is Tony. This is the conclusion of my ACX review. Make it a great day.